I'm just looking at both of these drafts. Kind of hard to say. Like Mars mid, I've not been impressed. Like throughout the Chinese first season, I don't think it had much success, at least in my mind. Just don't remember being it successful.
I mean, I feel that this game, I think they've got a lot of counters to the IO. I like what VG Gaming's done draft-wise. I sort of see, you know, these pucks, this soul buy potential with the Grimstroke, a lot of ways to collapse in the Ice Blast from AA. They've really prioritized making sure that this IO doesn't have as good of a game as it did last time. And if there's ever going to be a game where the IO is defeated, this would be the sort of draft that would do it.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's see if the IO works out for them this time in Game 2. Take it away, OD Pixel and Lacoste.
Thank you very much. Because, yeah, it really is going to be sort of the ultimate test of how strong is this hero in this carry position when so many counters are drafted against.
Oh, for sure. I think like CK and Grimstroke lane should be able to deal with IO. It's a really strong lane. I remember seeing it a couple of times. Like CK on the off lane, I think that's the best role for him right now, because like you can build different items, but you can also like carry from the off lane, which I really like.
Yeah, we'll see how early old Lemon like an Axe into his build-up if he does want to get the Axe, or you're going to sort of see the sort of straight-up aura stout fighting build. If he feels that his job is going to be closing the gap onto Arme, setting up for the rest of the team to take him down. We're going to see a first attempt here, straight up with the stun, and that should have the damage. That'll do it. First blood for old Lemon.
Yeah, this lane is gonna be insanely good. Like once you get the level, CK with the stun, Reality Rift, you have the Inkswell on top of that, follow it up with the Stroke of Fate. I just don't see them like winning that lane. It's gonna be why playing Abaddon. Like this lane is all defensive, like not too much you can do. Like even if they use a stun, they pop the Inkswell, like you're still gonna get stunned anyway. Like you can't dispel it. Like bottom lane could be a disaster for PSG.LGD, especially with the first blood starting on Ame. He's going into Orb of Corrosion on Young 11, which I like. I tried that build. I think it has a lot of potential. Like you get also Chaos Strike Lifesteal, so he should be full HP all the time pretty much. There's the combo, 2-second stun.
Well, let's have a look to see sort of how well Ori's pucks to play out this game. As you see, you're a little hesitant on sort of the Mars mid, just not really being a position that you've been fully sold on for the hero.
Maybe I need to see more. I don't remember seeing it a lot of the times, but those times that I've seen it, it just didn't feel that great. Maybe it was because of the matchup. We'll see how this one goes. Like the lane. Okay, so they decided to swap things around a little bit. I thought they might actually lane like Grimstroke, but they also have a good combination with the Juggernaut, like Inkswell. They get close to any of these heroes, they die. Like they don't have any turnaround potential, possible slow coming out from the board. Still strong lanes, no matter what. Like I think VG Gaming should win at least like 2 lanes. I don't think Puck should struggle against the Mars. Mars will still get the farm nonetheless, but yeah, at least 2 lanes should be won for VG Gaming.
And we'll see sort of how slow a start Arme has to work with this time round. Last game, of course, on his eye, had an incredible game, but did, of course, have the slow beginning. So, yeah, it doesn't really matter too much if he gets sort of this lane situation where he's not able to completely free farm. He will catch up if given the time in the jungle. As it is with this setup, 11. Well, should have the opportunity to deny quite a bit away from the 2 of them. White trying to make a move on to DY. 11 able to turn and hold him back. Not quite able to finish off the kill. The Aphotic Shield just a little bit too much for the 2 of them to bite through.
Has that healing cell, will go back to full HP. DY a bit low on mana and region to cross some extra tangos. Can use the clarity. Mars already has the bottle on the mid lane. Puck needs another 100 gold, so Mars doing better than I expected. God's Rebuke put a second point just to be able to harass more and secures some of the like range creeps easier.
All right, able to get that pull going down here. DY and bring it back over towards the wave.
You dare not.
Orb of Corrosion done on CK, just needs to use the courier. Like that's going to be so much minus armor reduction from Reality Rift to -3, so that's going to go down to -6. IO armor 3, Abaddon's armor 3, so that's going to go to -3. You like this quick math?
It's very impressive. You got a degree in that, or is this?
No, this is something that I
ability?
learned on the internet over the years.
On the internet?
Yeah.
Well, you can't learn things on there. Not nice things, anyway.
I'm not sure which sites you visit, but you know, I'm trying to learn.
Incredibly educational ones. Bottom lane, 11. He's moving in onto White. Good body blocks as well, allows to get a few extra hits in. Not quite enough though. White will live, and Armate nearly brings down DY in turn. Both supports getting away just by the skin of their teeth. 4-minute runes in play. Q was ready to bait that move there to see if Ori wanted to jump forward to the orb to claim it.
Q actually picked up double damage. Maybe there was time, because I clicked a bit late, to give that double damage to Mars.
There would have been if he didn't jump for it.
Okay.
Because he sort of baited, you know, he had to grab it just in case, or he did commit, but didn't follow through on the orb. Jinku just playing it safe, just in case Ori had opted to commit in with the jump and sort of tank the route and try and fight through it. Top lane Jinku. I might just have him in with the Blade Fury.
This is the combo. They just need to isolate one hero. Juggernaut started with like speed, be able to just close the gap, get very close. We'll have Blades of Attack. Unfortunately, Courier died.
Farmers remain incredibly even in this mid matchup. To say Ori getting the same amount of this lane as both of them. Decent way clear to push the lane under one another. Why? Gonna look towards Ori, but Ori with the orb out won't have to worry about getting hit by that fourth connection.
Instantly de-warded. They wanted to have vision if they have any stacks to be able to invade that part of the jungle. I'm at 19 CS, 23 CS on 11. CK consumes a lot of mana, especially if you like play aggressive, but you want to put points in the Chaos Strike. This is something that doesn't require mana, and you deal a ton of damage. You get the lifesteal from it, so it's just pure sustain, pretty much.
You see bottle refill at level 6. It's the time where maybe trying to make something happen. Obviously, nothing to say. It's a bit of a tougher target, a little higher on the HP as the Mars. Two of them to take him down bottom lane. Gonna have the move from Bolt 11.
And they should know something is up. Ancient Apparition showing on the mid lane. Buck might get 2 kills on the couriers.
Bottom lane with that information, knowing that all levels are low. Nothing to say, swings over, and he's able to set up for the kill.
Yeah, he's gonna get 2 couriers. Nicely done by Ori. Like, he goes for the range one instead, for the flying one, to be able to deal with them first, and then goes back with the orb, kills the courier. This should possibly reveal the ward on the high ground that they placed.
Whilst those moves were being made, of course, both teams had a little space for their supports to try and boost their way up towards the level 6. Yo-Yo, one getting the most out of this first 7 minutes. Did have indeed the sort of the superior lane setup up top. The move from Ori and PYW, heading over towards setting up onto White. Not a kill potential really anywhere for PYW as he has some brilliant targets. I mean, all 3 of the cores essentially excellent setups with the Inkswell.
Yeah, so much value from the Inkswell in this one. Juggernaut using the spin. Beastmaster getting close to level 6. So they can get a kill, especially since there's Necro Growth done in 5 gold, but they can start playing a bit more aggressively on the top lane.
Five seconds to Arena. Nothing to say he's ready to go for another round down there. The scan does hit, so Vici knows that he's heading over. He's able to sweep around, he's able to get the perfect angle to land the 2-man Arena. Did they have full-on damage though? PYW gets the Inkswell off in time, puts off PSG.LGD for committing onto 11. Additional TP's coming in as EY is ready to join the fight and try and turn things around as they move on to Y, take down the Abaddon. Another God's Repeat for Nothing to Say pushes back the 3 of them.
It looked like a good setup. You know, 2-man arena, but there's no real follow-up damage. Dark Willow's only level 3. You don't care too much about it, and CK is extremely tanky hero. What is his strength gain? Check. 3.4. Not that high, actually, compared to some like other strength heroes. Let's say Tusk, he gets 3.9. But still very tanky. Power Treads, Orb of Corrosion, 1400 HP, going straight into Aghanim Scepter.
See top lane, Ori really wanted to try and catch him off guard there with the Invis Rune, but Tree was down. He did have a glimpse of that, so very, very safe and secure. Faith Beyond ensure that there's no chance for Ori to really capitalize on the Invis Rune, which he did spend pretty much the full duration looking for a play up top with.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Faith Beyond has that Necro Book, has Roar available, so they can start pushing the tower. A lot of damage coming up from that. Inner Beats level 2.
Up 11 wants to try and catch Xingqiu after the Shadow Realm comes to an end, but 2 TPs coming in. Backup's on the way, nothing to say. He's got the catch. Arena's down onto old 11. And he did go hunting pretty deep for that opportunity to maybe find Xingqiu. Will be punished. At the same time up top, Vici Gaming looking to make a play themselves onto the offlaner of PSG.LGD as Faith Beyond in turn does fall.
He killed a fan. He got some gold before. Juggernaut going into Battle Fury.
Okay. I mean, do you like this, or would you prefer to see him take the Maelstrom?
Maelstrom, I feel in most situations, a much better one. Ulti, just an easy kill. Because you come online a bit faster, and like with Battle Fury, you kind of always want to keep farming instead of like fighting. Oh, you actually connect.
It did just in time. Xingqiu not able to get his way out of this, multiple times. The Shadow Realm CP has not worked out for him, with the Ink Swells always being there by PYW.
I think it could be at least a different game. Like Io's not gonna get that much. He's always gonna feel threatened playing into Apparition's Blast. Yeah, you said it, like Ink Swell. They're gonna get so much value from this spell. They can throw it on the Juggernaut, throw it on the CK, like even Puck feels good.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower.
See the push now coming from Vici Gaming. Down on the bottom lane, nothing to say. He's gonna head over with the Steedy. Take away a bit of the jungle that Vici Gaming did have stacked the watch. Get the space though for Vici Gaming to take bottom lane. And in return, trade should be made here with that push of the Necro Books. Faith Beyond also able to claim a tier 1 tower. Both teams avoiding one another. So far they're with a 7-2 in the lead of the farm that Poyoyo does have. Benefiting Vici Gaming just a little bit more, especially if he is going to get away with getting the Battle Fury in good time.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Radiant using a scan. They know something is up, nothing to say, nice positioning.
Has the high ground, drops the arena. Not enough burst on his own though to take down Ori, and now Ori's ready to try and turn things. The Dream Core's down, setting up for him to close the gap on the Ink Swell. Ice Blast laid down by DY as they take out nothing to say. Arme comes in with a relocate, will get Ori in return. So a good read there from Army, seizing the opportunity to get in, find that trade, make sure that nothing to say's life wasn't lost for nothing.
Old 11 really mad, using ulti just to kill the boar like he want him real bad.
I mean, he's gonna get them.
Is he?
Or is he? Run the
350 against 365.
Oh, the creep's got it. Rest in peace, sir.
Both of these teams, not rushing anything. They're pretty chill.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Arme wants to farm, Poyoyo wants to farm. The question is, whose farm are you more confident in the capability to win this sort of game? We see the power of a farm Dio as we saw in game 1. Is it going to have the same potency this time round? Will Arme get to a point where Vici Gaming are going to struggle to deal through that incredible amount of HP that he'll inevitably have built up thanks to his item build?
They have the counter. Have the ultimate counter. Ancient Apparition, like his job in the team fight is hit Io with the Ice Blast. It's that simple.
Right now online for Rory though. decent damage to try and take down some of the squishier targets that we need, of course, at this stage. Maybe that's not going to last for too long, I guess, with the Ogre Club already done on top of the helm. Already having that bit of early game beef that doesn't make it an easy kill, even if they are able to get in and lead his jungle. Top lane, and DY stepping out, but level 6 being hit on wide. Really a target that Poyoyo could try and go for.
I could try to poke, see what happens, but you do not want to like use the Blade Fury. There's a turnaround potential, especially if Jin-Q is close.
I mean, 14 minutes, it's going to be a very good timing on the Battle Fury from Poyoyo this game. So inevitably, I mean, sort of a free farming joke with Battle Fury. Would you consider, is this a hero that's going to farm quicker than an IO? Or do you think it's pretty close?
Yeah, I think Juggernaut farms a bit faster and provides a bit more in the team fights.
See Arena. There's nothing to say. He's able to catch Ori. He's also able to take down Team White Jin-Q.
Come on, PYW.
He's trying to dodge that last bit of magic damage. And he's going to be able to do so. PYW not quite able to push Jin-Q over the threshold to be popped by the Ice Blast.
He needed to use it straight away. Like he saw a Baton coming, like if there's a shield, he's not going to die. Sometimes it's better to try it. Every shot you don't take is a missed opportunity.
Absolutely, you got to let it go sometimes. YW's hesitance, missing out on the chance to maybe grab that kill. PSG.LGD is with the arena down. They know that they're still very strong right now. Yule's potential set up from nothing to say. He can get the angle for the spear, they'll get a kill. Fate me out with the roar as well. They've got fantastic burst potential. Who can they catch? Poyoyo would be the dream. They can find that roar before the spear.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, we get it. Poyoyo is going to farm up. He's attempting to grab some of these necro books.
Meanwhile, Jin-Q and Nothing to Say managed to kill Ori's Puck.
That's why. Well, time after ready. They'll try and chase him and finish him off afterwards. Maybe Poyoyo closing in. And yeah, he's going to get it. Look at the kill there, dying to the creeps. No escape possible for White.
Jin-Q never wanted to use that ulti, Terrorize, to keep him alive. No point. Position 5 of Baton. 11 getting closer to the Aghanim Scepter, so he will be able to like farm different areas, push out the map, provide a lot of vision. Also, it applies a basic dispel.
It's gonna have some, in particular the Jog Illusion. Very nice to work with. Roars out, but Poyoyo is already able to get off the Blade Fury, so hard for them to find the follower. That's going to be the roar down the drain. Nothing to be found from it. Poyoyo could happily continue to farm without any further interruptions from at least Faith Beyond.
Both Juggernaut and IO pretty much have the same amount of farm.
Radiant's bottom tower
but still
is under
feel
attack.
like Juggernaut needs to be careful about the roar. That's it. Like, whenever I see Juggernaut, I feel like you need to have a BKB piercing ability against him. Which they do.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Back's already full on farm for both teams. Again, with the cores, the carries that they have. The build that Poyoyo's gone through. They're not too interested in throwing themselves into the action for quite some time. At least for Arme, he wants to get that BKB done ready before he completely feels confident in turning up to these fights with
under attack.
Especially just how many different sources Vici Gaming have in terms of answers for the IO's play and the way that he wants to move around the fights. Likewise for Poyoyo, Battle Fury alone isn't going to cut it. At least once he's got the S and wider, he himself is also going to feel a little bit ready for the battles.
Yeah, just needs a bit of more tankiness. It also gives him status resistance against the Beastmaster, against the arena. Exactly what he needs to be able to like survive through initial bursts. Ori finished his Blink Dagger, so it's going to be much easier for them to start a fight. He back to base, and now they can start playing a bit more aggressive. Also, Grimstroke finished the Ether Lens. Like, it's a must-have item on the hero. just that cast range is so good. The mana regeneration, so you can outpush the lanes.
Avoiding any chance of being caught out there. Nothing to say was to push out, but completely alone.
It's not only you, Owen, who sees, you know, correct numbers. Like, I like the score. It's a nice number.
I like the score. What's that?
Smoke from VG Gaming. They want to make something happen out of this.
They can put an end to the calm. The jump. They're going to be able to get themselves in on the back line. They're fighting Duke.
Nice dodge with the phase shift.
And it's going to be put to a stop indeed with the quick moves of Ori. He's fine wide. He's committing him with a borrowed time, but he's going to definitely go down as soon as that comes to an end. The move from VG Gaming to end the silence of the farming phase. Definitely catching PSG.LGD a little bit off guard there as they lose 3 and they're not able to turn.
They also don't have a way to deal with CK illusions. They have like no AoE
Radiant
whatsoever.
structures are fortified.
Like Io's balls are gonna be like nullified because illusions will take the damage. Same goes for Bedlam coming up from the Dark Willow, and it also gives a bit of Kale in the
It does, that's...
I remember there was a team, I can't remember who it was, who was playing like Luna and CK with the Aghanim sector, like which causes lag, and then Luna just pops the ulti and your heroes die.
That's the next level strap. They will find P1W. Won't be any efforts to help him out. There isn't. They'll let him go. Especially around these bounty rune times, they want to make sure they at least grab themselves 2 down bottom. VG Gaming, to say, comes in, just going to have an invis rune bottled up for the next fight. Blink Dagger also done on Faith Beyond, so PSG.LGD having some good tools to maybe try and make a move themselves, if they want to. Or if they're purely happy just playing this passive game of just enabling Arme's farming patterns, giving him all the space in the world to work with as the BKB is coming just round the corner. My dumb Poyoyo. Continue to just sort of stat up across the board.
Yeah, I love that build. Getting the raw stats, being more tanky on the Juggernaut. Once again, Scotty deals nicely with the IO. Jin Q and a couple more heroes will be able to bring down Clock. One of the reasons why he's also going to the Lincoln Sphere. Then we have the many ability to actually just Dual Scepter from Mars, Roar, and the Curse Crown.
Yeah, the Shul's into Spears. Of course, with the timing right, doesn't give the opportunity for Ori to save himself whatsoever. It's a deadly combo. Here we go, so some extra gap close on Old 11 as expected. The Blink Dagger. Another thing that these heroes have to be a little bit prepared for. A lot of the times, already outside of the Blink on the CK, many gap closes against the IO.
He's also getting closer to level 15, talent 14% cooldown reduction. Also has Shadow Blade queued up. I don't mind that, you know, just being able to surprise anyone, control the backlines.
Radiant
also
scanning.
possibly just kill the Abaddon without proccing the ulti with the illusions. Or surprise Dark Willow, try to find IO. I think it's a good pickup.
Play from both sides, but
middle tower is under attack.
bottom lane is Old 11 that's coming out on top of it. Takes down Faith Beyond on his own with the power of his illusions. Have nothing to say, try and come across the punishment, but he's pretty tanky on this CK. Poyo's able to get him with the Blade Fury. Into Terrorized. Icebox comes crashing out straight away onto the IO. Do they have enough more damage? Poyo committing with the Omni Stack, bringing nothing to say low, but the relocate will take the 2 of them out of there.
Do they have any stun? No, they can just VP out, relocate out, nothing to stop it. Clock was there, but not close enough to use the ulti.
That's got the Dream Coil. They can attempt up to the high ground to try and take down nothing to say. See if they got the damage for it. Curse Crown will be avoided with the quick Yule's play, and see if they can jump any further. Wise back by the side of nothing to say. So it's a bit tougher for VG Gaming to try and chase on for that any further.
Dire's top tower is under
They'll keep the Mars safe. Actually making the move straight over towards the pit. They're going to try and see if they can take down this Roshan. VG Gaming is going to have the full lineup back up, but there is no Dream Coil. There is, however, an Ice Blast available.
If they go in with the Ice Blast, they also have Phantasm ready with that CDR, level 15 talent. They should be able to come here in time and take the fight. However, as you mentioned, no Omni Slash for 75 seconds, but could still take that fight.
Let's see if they can get him. Phantasm's out the route from Jin-Q, holding the back. They're trying to make their way around already into the river. Poyoyo and Aomori have found their way in. Roshan has been left alive for now. They couldn't quite finish it off PSG.LGD as VG Gaming are able to push them away from the pit. More time being procced as well by that connection from PYW. Ori with a further jump in, seeing if he could quite burst down the Abad, and it wasn't enough. And this Roshan in a very delicate position now. Both teams are wanting to let it slip away from the other with it being as low as it is right now. Calls back up. They're going to catch on to the two of them though, and nothing more that they can do to follow it up. PSG.LGD, they now can move back into the pit. But
no one wants to call it commit. Juggernaut will have ulti ready in 25 seconds, so he wants to take the fight right now.
Have the attempt to jump. Ice Blast also coming in early, does connect onto Arme. And they're going to try and head over into the pit. The arena's down. The catch out of them. The fear, the Terrorizer catches Ori as well. Ori trying to jump in, but it was straight into the Terrorize. As 3 heroes down, that should do it for PSG.LGD and give them easily the space to head back to the pit.
That's right. I love how 11 blinks in just to be the one to make the spear, but the nice combination Jin-Q follows up with the Terrorize and catches both of the heroes, so Ame will pick up that Aegis.
Excellent Willow play from Jin-Q.
This is the build. This is something that Jin-Q has been theory crafting with. Why actually being the one, you know, dealing some serious right click.
Oh, he is. We're seeing in these fights. Once he's headed up, he's ready to go and just stay on a target. Oh, then often get those the successful stacks of Curse of Avernus built up. We have it here yet again. Attempted fight from VG Gaming, put immediately to a stop as the Terrorize comes crashing down and pushing them away.
Scotty almost done on Juggernaut. That's going to help quite a lot. Also, like DY, he used ulti, managed to hit the IO, but there needs to be some kind of follow-up. It's going to be even harder because they don't have like anything to hold them in place. With the BKB, they will need eventually Aghanim Scepter on the clock. The only ability that goes like through magic immunity is Omni Slash. I don't think you want an Omni IO who has Aegis go once again into heart. Like amateurs keeping things simple.
We saw how effective it was last game. With the extra measures to deal with it this time round. If you know, some of these big spells to miss, like the Ice Blast, it's going to be able to easily live through it all.
Now, this was actually very close. Fate Beyond could have stunned with the Hawk. Shard is available. You can also move the Hawk, like that's the biggest part of the Shard. It's not about that initiation, about the stun, but the ability to beat all the Hawk. It's a good investment. One of the better Shards. I know you, and you're like, yeah, you know, it's not that good. It doesn't give any farming ability.
There we go. Shoot mid lane on 11.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
A quick and easy move. We'll lose Y in return. Still, these trades each and every time, PSG.LGD the ones to find a core kill, getting Arme continuously involved. It's going to be the hard gold pretty much done with this tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's just gonna be tier 2 for tier 2 trade.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
AA scouting things out with the Ice Vortex. They're not letting this one go. Jin-Q kills the Healing Ward instantly with the Shadow.
And they're trying to set up on this. They jump onto PYW, they completely blow him up. They've got the Terrorize coming down, and they're going to hold on to him for now. Orb will be there from him as he jumps up the side. DY tries to turn with the Ice Blast, but Fate Beyond comes in and cuts him down with the Axis.
Juggernaut's like, see you later, nerds. You know, I'm out. I did not want to die there. We didn't even manage to kill the tower. They brought in numbers. They also have like, didn't have relocate, but something. If they're not like paying attention to it, they should be careful about it. You know, simple blink, roar, and then relocate 2 heroes. Easy setup. Talked about Jinkyu's itemization. Pretty much the first player who brought in this Octarine shard type of a build on Earthshaker, and he's doing the same thing with the Dark Willow. He just loves the Octarine. And he also has the shard. So like Curse Crown, even if it's dispelled, it's still gonna proc.
Oh, look at this catch again. Nothing to say.
When I say proc, I mean the Bramble Maze will be there. So yeah, Ori, once again, getting caught by Beastmaster and the crew.
I just said that the potential of this Mars against the puck, being able to catch him with the spear as he comes out of the Yules, is it's just allowing him to take down a hero that normally is
very hard to kill.
You know, you're normally relying on having something like an instant X. This does just as good of a job if you got the timing nailed down to a T, and nothing to say certainly has. We've only seen him sort of miss it the once this game. Other than that, each and every time, as soon as he's up in the air with the Yules, he's pretty much dead. Ori.
Dire's bottom tower.
Have no reveal. 11.
Well, he wants to go for it. And he's going to get it. That stun duration more than long enough to get the kill, and with a blink dagger he's out into the trees and he's away. I'll say that Fabian is going to try and hunt for him.
Top tower is under attack.
They need to be careful. He blinks in, has no illusion, could easily just blow up Beastmaster.
See, he's making the attempt to get in on this. See if he's going to have enough damage. He pops the hit with the ice blow. It's going to come down, land straight onto Arme. The Omniscience, but it bounces over towards Y. It doesn't stay on Arme. As Arme's more than fine, but now he goes back into the spirit, takes down CY. Zibo, Leather, Poyoyo have the damage to kill him. There's nothing to say. He's heading over to give the backup that Arme needs. Can they keep Arme alive? He's still living, finally falls, but they lose Poyoyo for it. BKB comes out, but nothing to say. He cleans up another with the DDP. Smashed to bits.
What was that, like 1,000 damage? He's almost level 25, like that's how much experience he got. It was solo experience by nothing to say. That Desolator pickup, really worth it. He didn't have double damage, right?
He did, yes he did.
Okay.
Yes he did.
And also enchanted quiver, so ton of damage coming up from DD and the quiver. But we could see the power of like Scotty from the Juggernaut.
Here I am!
Holding that IO into place.
They're just a little
unfortunately,
if he stays on him.
Jump on IO.
Yeah, they're not quite having the connections. That would have made it a bit of a cleaner kill onto Arme.
Once again, Ori getting caught.
I mean, it's just proving too difficult to play. This Mars answer to the puck, it's looking really good. And with the prevalence of puck in these games, I wonder if we'll actually start to see more teams going for the Mars approach, so they have this spear to catch and kill it.
It's a possibility. I've been really impressed the way Nothing to Say has been playing Mars. I feel Ori, you know, regrets going for that Boots of Travel instead of going for the Lincoln Sphere straight away. There would be no like Yules setup, and he doesn't have Yules for himself. So right now, where's he sitting at? Middle of the pack. Darkwill is almost armed as Puck, which is
I mean, he's been dying a lot, Ori, this game. I mean, yeah, dying a lot. 2, 8, and 5. It's not been an easy game for him this time round on his puck, despite the number of games that he has been coming out with and the number of great games he's been having. This game, this time round, PSG.LGD massively dealing with Ori's puck.
Glorious day.
He's looking for action. He's going to jump in aggressively on the Jinkyu. Got Ori coming out with a boost of travel. Shadow round, finds a bit of safety for Jinkyu, but as soon as it comes to an 8-11, brings him in, takes him down. Counterplay will be there, nothing to say. I think on the detection. They do. They've got the backup, they'll lay it down. They will be able to find 8-11. See if they can get quiet with this Poyoyo heading in with the Blade Fury. Gets held back by the Primal Roar. On base behind. Poyoyo is still alive as he has to get the Omniscience out. He's going to turn towards wide. The Slash is jumping over to kill him. Nothing to say. They've brought down the Mars. G-Game, they still have the number advantage, but they're respecting Arme. Arme's coming across. DY will offer up his life, heads back in to try and create some space for the rest of his team to get out. PYW won't be able to do so. Ori is able to make it into the trees. They'll at least buy time for the puck to escape.
The damage coming up from the Mars is too good right now. They also have a tool to deal with the spin coming out from the Juggernaut, Beefmaster Roll. Like, this is the target that he needs to use it on. And he also went for Wild Axes, like Aghanim Scepter. Like, they have no cooldown, and you can just keep using it once they go back, which is pretty interesting.
All right, yeah. I mean, they get those stacks built up that they certainly hurt.
He's also level 21, which means they picked up the plus 50 Wild Axes damage talent.
Dire are scanning.
Now down 13k. Vici Gaming again, having a tough one against PSG.LGD's lineup with this Arme IO, despite the fact that this time round their draft very much centered at dealing with the carry IO. So far, hasn't quite been able to do that. Arme has been playing around it perfectly, 10, 3, and 9, level 25. With the item slots getting close to being completely filled up. And now he's going to have an Aegis to boot as well.
The problem is Ori's not having a game. He has died way too many times. Minute 35, having a Witchblade and just a Blank Dagger, like, these are your items in a team fight. Has 4,000 gold saved up, so getting closer to that Linken's will give him a bit more survivability. Still, like, he's not going to be able to do that much. He needs, like, an extra item to feel the real influence. Juggernaut getting closer to Aghanim Scepter,
Radiant's
so
bottom tower is under attack.
he is not going to be unlucky as he was 2 times in a row. Using Omni Slash, both times jumping on a Baron, definitely not the target that you want to go on.
I still very much feel like the lead that PSG.LGD and as tanky as their heroes are becoming, it's not really going to be until Poyoyo has the Aghanims and that damage item on top of it for his slashes to actually be feared by some of these bigger heroes.
At the start of the game, you know, I talked how I don't like the mid-Mars. I'm slightly changing my opinion.
You're getting sold on it this game.
Yeah, nothing to say has been really impressive.
Arme trying to come in with the BKB. They will manage to catch a glimpse of Old 11 over to the side. And they'll chase and take him down. Got Y pushing back the rest of Vici Gaming. Pressure really on against Vici now. They're falling further and further behind. They're going to have some sort of insane high ground defense, sort of perfect Ice Blast into complete Omni Slashes on one target, really to have any sort of chance of taking down some of these bigger heroes. I mean, the AC, 4k HP, 36 armor.
Look at me, I'm scary now.
I mean, that Swift Slash not doing much at all. As they bring him low, but not quite low enough. He's able to protect that Aegis Arme.
Still has Cheese in the backpack, has that Heart of the Wrath regeneration kicking in, so he's good. Also, Abaddon could save him with the shield, could heal him up with the Mist Coil.
The high ground they go again, PSG.LGD. They know that.
Oh yes,
they're going to try. The Ice Blast coming over. The BKB's out from Arme. As soon as that BKB is pop, Poyoyo won't commit any further. PSG.LGD, they can get away with this, just slowly chipping away at the high ground. They know as long as they keep Vici Gaming contained into the base, it's very unlikely going to be a chance for Vici Gaming to ever catch up in farm. Vici, they need to find some sort of fight, some sort of a defense just to swing this one round.
It's almost 20,000 gold lead already. They're gonna shut it down in terms of vision. They have Hawk who can be moved so they can see things around. They have the Necro units, and they also have a gem on Jinkyu. So a lot of those wards will be dewarded, even though like they have still 2 Observer ward. Pretty impressive considering what they're playing against.
What is the move for Vici Gaming in this position?
You're asking some tough questions, Owen, right now.
I guess if you knew the answer to that, you could be a very rich coach.
They can still win this game. PYW, if he gets Kex with the Soulbind, I don't think they can just blow up IO straight away, especially with the Aegis. There's still a minute on the Aegis, so they should just keep dodging the fights until Aegis is gone. Try to poke, maybe go for someone else. Yeah, they know Relocate is gone, so should make the move right now.
Now they're going to try and go for the Abaddon. If they can bring him down before the rest of the team turns up. He's still alive. Xingqiu will fall. Chase any more out of this. They have managed to find the two of them. PSG.LGD, though, they're still bringing Arme across. Faith Beyond. He's able to sneak away here. Cover off the Trickster cloak. No frontline detection to set up for any further catch. Nothing to say he's ready to charge in. They may be down 3 versus 4. Just gonna have the arena back up in 5 seconds.
They saw that Relocate, like deep board from VG Gaming on the high ground bottom part of the map. They noticed that there was a Relocate, so they knew like, yeah, we should try to make a move. They got the 2 kills out of that.
World 11. He's trying to hide. Do they have detection? Yeah, they've got the gem. Bian was able to reclaim that after the last fight. That was going to pop the ult.
Almost got him, very close. He tried to go for a plate, kill the Beastmaster, but not happening today. Juggernaut has Sphere queued up. Interesting. I think he just needs to get more damage.
Yeah, is it going to be enough? I mean, you're keeping yourself alive, but how on earth are you ever going to really kill this IO successfully in the team fights? It feels like it's going to be so difficult. If he gets this Lincoln Sphere, it almost feels like he has to then consume the Aghanims and then get a damage item before he's going to be any sort of threat to PSG.LGD in these fights.
Yeah, because you can't sell like Battlefield, you're not going to sell Scotty or anything. So I just feel this needs to be like Basher.
Now they're going to get the jump on him. A missile blade straight into the Sphere. He's over towards the wall. Ice Blast is coming over, but it's already going to be over for Poyoyo.
They already have like 1 link hits on the block, so maybe they need to like share that Lincoln Sphere in terms of like initiation if they go on someone.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Back in on this. It's not going to be easy though. Nothing to say. Not going to catch on it. Ori's away. They're pushing the high ground though. Faith Beyond and Arme making short work of the barracks. The mid lane's gone.
They're actually going for tier 4 towers.
I mean, they're certainly having a poke at it. There's a buyback available on Poyoyo. That will heavily hinder his farm. He might have to do it though. The game's ending. They're going to make the jump. Dream coil down. BKB's out from Faith Beyond. They're going to get the slash right away onto the IO. Can they burn down Arme? He's getting low. They'll take it out. They bring down Arme. Now they turn over towards the intention of Nothing to Say. And Poyoyo gets the double over towards Faith Beyond. 11 drags him in. They may have lost the barracks, but they're finally able to give PSG.LGD a big punch back with those 3 kills.
It's a big buyback. Like Juggernaut just used the buyback. Roshan may respawn in 50 seconds if it's like instant respawn. If they can get the Roche on VG Gaming, but yeah, I think Puck, if he's holding a buyback, which he isn't, needs 600 gold. Like that Lincoln Sphere needs to be on the Juggernaut.
Now we'll see it again. PSG.LGD getting caught, hanging around a little too much. And they do find that situation with the slash down onto the IO. No creeps about. Poyoyo able to get a good amount of bounces onto Arme.
A bit limited on the stun. Like AA needs to hit the IO, but if there's like a BKB, they can't stop him. So kind of hard job for Ancient Apparition. Needs to wait until that's done. Then like CK needs to go in. He's also level 25, so that 1 extra second duration on the stun is gonna help out. But you always need to be worried about stun getting removed by Abaddon.
We're gonna see the commitment here. The illusion's out. They've still got about 20 seconds until the 3 are up on PSG.LGD. Fortification coming to an end. How much can they get out of this? Ori's hit. He's starting out for 2, but they've already tried 5 once. They don't have the full team up. They're going to be able to get Xingqiu. A little time people with the Yules. Shadow Realm's up. Can he climb his way back into the fountain? He's caught outside of it. Ori commits for the kill. The Roy challenge to an illusion. They do catch the puck as Puck will fall. Ori goes down. Not enough space for them to quite finish up the barracks though. There's nothing to say. Leads in.
They just bought back. Roshan is alive. So PSG.LGD can go inside a bit, take the cheese, take the Aegis. This will give VG Gaming at least one more fight. Grimstroke finished the cycle twice, so that's gonna be like 2 targets hexed. It's gonna be real nice. A bit more control. DY just straight up dies to relocate.
Alright, and no buyback on him. Actually, it's 3 heroes clicking out of the game. Oh, hold on, no, he might just be doing it. He's looking for enough intercepts, got the illusion down, got enough damage he has. Arme comes across with the tether, nothing to say, back up to full
That's
HP.
why I love 11, you know. Moves like this makes me just love the player even more. They call it. He's the one who's sniping. GG well played in the old chat.
Yeah, there's no more fight to be had for them. On VG Gaming, PSG.LGD, they'll secure themselves there.